Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Baddy Overwatch League Season 7, Week 2. I am your host, Evilite, with my color commentator, Heron. Say hello to the people, Heron.
B boo boo bop. I'm a robot boy.
Now entering King's Row.
Don't kill us, please.
No.
Anyway, we are in Game 3 of the day. Last game of the night, we have Face Down, Shields Up, going up against Goofy Goobers. Face Down, Shields Up coming off a 3-0 victory in Week 1, whereas Goofy Goobers coming off a 3-0 defeat in Week 1. So Goofy Goobers looking to bounce back, and Face Down, Shields Up looking to keep the momentum going. What do you think is going to be the key points to this game?
Honestly, I think whoever wins the Widow 1v1, their team's gonna have a significant advantage. But like I don't know. We have Brian on DPS now, so the tank lineup of Goofy Goobers may be a little bit better with Sliced Bread. I don't know. It seemed like he was out last week, so it really depends on how Brian does and how Sliced Bread does on tank. I think. And it looks like Dreaded's starting out on Pharah against Super T. So I change everything. It's not gonna go well.
No, yeah. I mean, Super T proven last week that he's definitely a DPS player to be reckoned with. So, playing Pharah into that, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, I am known as a Pharah one trick, and I don't play Pharah against Super T, so.
I mean, we're both pretty well known.
Yeah, you're right, dude. What do I say?
But yeah, I mean, I think as long as he can play like the cover pretty well and give Super T as little opening as possible, that's definitely what he's gonna have to do.
The thing though, on this map, it's really hard to do that with Pharah unless you're playing like on alley. But he doesn't die instantly.
Thanks for the assist.
Super important. So we're gonna be jockeying for position here in the front and see what Face Down Shields Up can do on the offensive here. Super T gonna pick. There you go. Super T picking Dreaded DPS right away. But Dr. Eggman's Hawk gonna get the res onto Dreaded DPS.
That was a ballsy res. That was
definitely
nuts.
ballsy. But Super T gonna pick out Brian. He's already got 2 kills in the fight. Dreaded DPS raining down the rockets from above. No one's getting picked up quite yet.
A lot of good damage coming in. It looks like Hammond's going really low though. He's in deep.
Yeah, they're starting to get some progress onto the point, but Sniff's going to take out by the Mighty Wolf. K4 going to take out DPS. This is going to be a fight advantage. There's more down. That looks like it's going to be a fight win for Face Down, Shields Up, and the first point on King's Row. Axolotl trying to stall with the ball on the point, but to no avail. Point 1. Face Down, Shields Up.
Yeah, it looks like Dreaded's running over to the Widow now. Doesn't want to take that Widow 1v1, but Super T already has sights. The ult economy is great on the other team. They almost have Nano Blade. This next fight's probably going to be a good roll.
Yeah, they have pretty much no good defensive ults to take care of that Nano Blade, so we might see big spree coming in here. But Scarlet going to take Axolotl as he plays a little too aggressive. But Goofy Goober is going to answer back with 2 of their own, but Super T going to get hooked by Sliced Bread. Dr. Eggman's Hawk's going to get the res onto Brian, and it looks like we're going to get the fight reset.
Not gonna lie though, running the ball instead of like an Arise here is really putting the team at risk against Super T. Just having 0 shield. Oh!
DPS gonna get the headshot onto Super T.
Showing why he was the big boy last season. And he's going to try to take a 1v1 with a monkey.
My ultimate is ready.
Yep. Axolotl going in with the slam on the ball.
Wolf is in deep. That was...
Oh, Nano Blade coming in. He's gonna get out 1. That's all he's gonna get.
Yep.
But both frags gonna get rezzed up, but Super T gonna get the revenge on the Dreaded DPS here.
Yeah, it looks like one fight, I would say.
But here comes the Blizzard coming in from Brian. That's gonna freeze up a few of them. Diva Bomb not gonna pick up anybody as Sliced Bread picks up Super T. Looks even so far, but you got K4 wreaking havoc on the backline with the Genji. He's gonna take out 2. Looks like
just the tank court, just the tank sub right now.
Yeah, Sliced Bread really low, but he's not gonna get chased down. He's gonna get left up. Axolotl going in with the slam, playing super aggressive, but he's gonna be able to fall back. Oh, nice hook from Sliced Bread onto K4. gonna take him out and is gonna probably put a hold
Merci.
onto too much aggression coming out of face down, shields up.
These fights have been really staggered. They have not had a 6v6 in a good minute.
Oh,
Reddit's
dreaded
over here.
DPS taking out Sugary Panic after he takes him out of the mech. But Super T switching over to the Hanzo is going to take out dreaded DPS and Dr. Eggman's hot. Luzinga going to get the res onto Sugary Panic, and now you got a 6v4 advantage going forward for face down, shields up. K4 ready with Dragon Blade. He's going to go in. Is he going to pop it? No, not quite yet, but the Winston ultimate is going to be popped from the Mighty Wolf.
I don't think.
Him away.
Yeah, I don't think they need it. I think they save all the ults. This fight is definitely one. This May's getting hard stagger killed too. That's unlucky.
Yeah, so face down shields up, gonna get the first checkpoint in the escort part of King's Row. Next one, I'm gonna suicide off the edge.
Was that a reset or like a goof?
I don't know. It might have been a goof because now they're gonna be able to get run over.
That's a pretty bad goof.
Dreaded DPS gonna get dove on and get taken out. Here comes a Dragon Strike coming out of Super T. That doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to pick any. Oh, he does. He picks up Dreaded DPS on the backside right after he gets the sights out. But Slice Bread is just gonna take out K4 into Mighty Wolf, but Dreaded DPS is gonna get rezzed.
They are getting a lot of ults out though.
A one fight, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is gonna be a one fight as Sugar Panic's gonna reset off the edge, but they did burn a lot of ultimates.
Oh no, it looks like Scarlet used the nano, so now they don't have the nano blade anymore. I don't know what that call is about.
Oh, the Mighty Wolf playing really far forward. He's gonna get hooked by Sliced Bread, but he's gonna be able to be protected by his supports, and
I need to recharge.
nothing's really happening of it right now. Oh, K4 going in with a Dragon Blade. He's gonna be able to pick up the Mercy, the Widowmaker, and he's gonna be able to pick up the Winston's going in. That's 3 kills for K4. But Sliced Bread can be able to pick up the Mighty Wolf. On the other side of the fight, K4 gonna be able to pick up Sliced Bread. This looks like a pretty good fight for face down, shields up. But meanwhile, K4 gets frozen on the side by Brian. He's gonna get taken out. This actually might be a pretty even fight.
Are you gonna let that Mercy res in front of you? What the? Okay. Okay. Oh no.
And Sugar Panic's gonna get frozen up, gonna get taken out by dreaded DPS. And wow, after what seemed like a good advantage for face down, shields up, they get the reversal put on them. Goofy Goobers be able to hold.
Wolf tried to charge the resing Mercy and got deleted. They killed the Mercy, but then like this is just uncoordinated team play on both ends. Like this is so hard to follow, dude.
It is really hard to follow, but got about a minute and a half left. We'll see what they can do on the offense.
That's a pen, but that's a dead
pen,
run.
but he's gonna get frozen and he's gonna get taken out. But dreaded DPS is gonna get taken out by Super T on the other side of the fight. It's currently 5v5. The res is gonna get shut. No, that's actually gonna get in on dreaded DPS, but currently K4 taking out 2 more. Looks like we got a K4 takes out a 3rd one there. He's on a rampage. He's looking to go forward, but he's actually gonna back up a little bit. He's got the help of Sugary Panic. Slice Bread gonna get hit with the anti-nade. Stiff's gonna get taken out by Super T. Both supports, one support down, the other support in a lot of trouble.
Oh,
Shatter coming in, that's gonna
slam.
take out a few. Super T gonna clean up, and this looks like that they can be able to get it. I don't think anyone's gonna be able, but Sniff's gonna get on with the Coalescence, but that's not gonna be enough. That's a full escort for face down, shields up with 47 seconds remaining. Overall, actually not terrible defense considering they kept them under a minute left.
yeah, that was just really sloppy Overwatch. That's I don't know if either of these teams have been able to practice. The number of reses just like in the middle of enemy teams that I saw is I have a migraine.
I feel like they mostly went unpunished too. Not
I
very
know,
many of
I
them got
know! What
taken
is
out
that?
while they were doing that.
Oh my god, I probably wouldn't be in voice chat. I would be livid. Let's see how offense goes though.
Yeah, I'm really curious because I mean, Goofy Goobers didn't play it like that bad. They played pretty solid. I mean, yeah, they got all 3 points on the offensive side, but still only 47 seconds left. I'd say it's a pretty solid defense overall.
Yeah, Kings Row is one of those maps where anything can happen, you know? looks like we're having a Junkrat offense though, and I don't know about that. K4 is running Pharah into Dreaded. That's something that I would also not recommend.
So another Pharah on defense, gonna be able to use the cover of the buildings for the most part. As long as he can, like I said before, as long as he can stay out of the sight lines of the enemy Widow, usually you'll do pretty good, but I kind of ate my words pretty quickly into that. Super T took out to Dreaded on the first 10 seconds of the round, so.
Oh, Dreaded's coming out on Pharah now. He heard the Pharah, he's coming out on Pharah, not
So
aware.
we got Pharah, Pharmercy Mirrors coming out on this first point. This face down shield's up, gonna hold low right in front by the statue.
They don't have a shield tank. What? I just realized that they're running Hog Diva. What
They don't
the
need no
fuck?
shield. No one needs no shields when you got all the damage in the world.
Against the GM hit scan player? I don't know about that, dude.
Alright, Dreaded DPS gonna get taken out by Super T. That's gonna be the only frag so far in the fight. Oh, the Mighty Wolf's gonna take out Sliced Bread as he's on the Roadhog here. And
Yeah.
it looks like it's gonna be mostly a fight reset. You got Axolotl on the Diva, kind of behind the point right now.
Dreaded is so far forward. What is he doing? That's dangerous.
He's gonna get taken out by Super T right there. Man, that's
Unlucky.
really
And
unlucky.
now-
But Eggman is gonna get the res on a Dreaded DPS. Gonna bring the fight back to even.
Yeah, Diva now goes in deep as hell too. And no
Super
one's
T
even-
throwing out the bob. Gonna be able to take a lot of presence on that point. So far they've traded 1-for-1, but K4 is gonna take out Sliced Bread.
Wow, that's a lot of low health bars though. This fight can turn really quick.
Dread DPS versus K4, the Pharah versus Widow duel. Who's gonna win it?
Oh, the Widow's pocketed, so now she wins.
Scarlet gonna get the res onto Super T. We're back to even. But Super T's gonna change that as he takes out the enemy Moira. Sliced Bread gonna do the same on the other side. Dread DPS trying to take out this Pharmacy duo. As he gets hit by the Dynamite, is he gonna be able to get the health pack? He will.
But
K4 is
he's
gonna
going
win.
down to the Pharah. Oh, he's
No,
not.
he's got the Mercy help. He's got the Mercy help.
Oh, the Pharah's gonna get hooked. That was a little too aggro.
A little too far forward. But Dread DPS is gonna get the headshot onto Super T. This is a fight advantage going for Goofy Goobers. Let's see if they can press this advantage and finish the fight and get this first point capped.
That's a Moira down though. That's a pretty big pick right there.
Super
And
T's
they
gonna
res
get the
Super
res
T.
though. But DPS is gonna take out Scarlet, so not a whole lot of healing going on for face down shields up. But here comes the barrage. He's gonna get shut down by Dread DPS, but not after he takes out Axolotl.
I don't know how I feel about that barrage. That was a little monk ass.
It's a little too aggressive in a fight where they didn't quite have the positioning to really push it forward, but
60 seconds.
there's only a minute. There's only a minute left.
What
Goofy
ults
Goobers
do they
gotta
have?
do something here. They got Whole Hog and they got Minefield and Junk Tire coming up really soon. There goes the Minefield.
Oh wow, K4 came back on Widow and now he's just here to play.
They got the double hit scan
Yeah.
coming out, the double long range hit scan coming out as Scarlet's gonna be valking around, keeping the team healed up. Wuzinga's gonna take him out with the Moira Orb, but he's gonna get rezzed. K4 is gonna take out Axolotl, but DPS is gonna take out Super T. Junk Tire's gonna take out the Mercy. Whole Hog's gonna take out the other Hog. Oh, this is looking really good for Goofy Goobers. They're finally gonna be able. Oh, with the shot punch. Dreaded DPS on the K4. This looks like this is gonna be the fight win, and finally gonna get the first point on the King's Row, and we'll get to the Streets phase coming up. Barely squeaked that one out.
Objective A.
Yeah. The defense pressed all their Qs and it looks like the offense just waited out and pressed all their Qs. And,
Yeah, but
yeah.
offense comes out on top, and
Now the defense is coming out on top. That's two really far forward picks you shouldn't have got. Oh, it looks like they're bringing out a Bastion now. That's new. Huh.
Pirate ship, but with the Rhine instead of the Orisa. Very interesting.
Yeah, multiple shields. I guess it. Oh no, it doesn't. Pirate ship's dead.
Coming in with the charge. A lot of ults are coming on right now.
That's a good bomb. That is a well-placed bomb.
Bob's gonna get taken out by Brian though on the Bastion. And this is mostly gonna be a defensive hold for face down shields up as K4 is gonna take out Dreaded DPS. Brian's gonna get taken out by Sugary Panic, and that's definitely gonna have to be a fight reset here. See if they can stagger Axel out. Oh, he's gonna get hooked back in.
Does he make it out? Does he?
No,
okay.
he doesn't make it out.
Okay.
It's gonna be a really good stagger, and he's gonna
Oh,
take off
wow.
another 15 seconds off the clock.
Unlucky.
Unless Dr. Eggman's gonna get the res on Axolotl, so he's gonna keep this going. Super T gonna take out Dreaded DPS up in the top window. They're gonna try and still push this 5v6. But I don't really see how they can do this right now.
They're coming up on a Shatter and a Bastional. That could be big. They're melting these erasers.
That's definitely what they're gonna need.
Yeah.
Full Lessons is coming out. Pretty much cancel each other out.
Oh,
Big Shatter
massive.
coming out of Axolotl. That's gonna, but they're not gonna be able to pick up anything out of it. They're just gonna be able to push the card a little bit more forward. Configuration tank coming in. K4 is gonna take out Dreaded DPS.
But Brian's gonna take out K4.
He's only gonna get one out of the Bastion ult, but that's gonna be it. The Mighty Wolf, he's looking for that cheeky hook on the back onto Brian. He's not gonna be able to get him. He's being pocketed by both healers right now. Oh, Graviton Flux coming in. He's gonna be able to
It's the
catch
fourth
two.
C9.
Oh, big, wow.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Huh. Well, that was crazy. That was the,
That
like,
was
game winning.
really
That was
crazy.
the point winning Shatter, but there was no follow up. They eventually
There-
got it, but like, damn.
Well, it doesn't seem like they're gonna be able to win the time bank advantage here,
Is my will.
but they
Nah,
really,
absolutely not.
they really need to get this. Clearly.
I'm
Dreaded
restored.
DPS gonna take out Sugary Panic. Yes, there's the advantage. They're gonna be able to push. Another tank mode coming out of Brian. K4 is gonna fall off the map. This is not looking good for face down shields up right now.
That's a big
But the
bomb,
bot's
though.
coming in. He's coming in. He's gonna be able to, but he's gonna get shut down by that Sigma shield.
Oh, what? They C9? They C9? What the fuck? Why? Why? You had 4 people who run and you hooked the ride. What the fuck, dude? Now they. Oh my god.
Remember how I said they weren't gonna win the time bank? I lied.
It hurts. They didn't touch the cart. Why? God damn it. All right. Well, I'm gonna go take some Tylenol. I'll be back. I'm back.
How does it happen? Like
I
oh my
don't know,
gosh.
dude. The tanks literally just said, "Not my fucking job," and just noped right on out of there. They're like, Bob will touch point. Bob's way over in yonder, just shooting people, doing Bob things, but not.
By the time Super T actually got the Bob out, the point was already past him. He wasn't able to contest it anymore.
Incoming in
No, I mean,
30 seconds.
he had Bob out. Bob could have hit the point. Bob missed the point. I think that's what he was trying to go for.
Just
though.
wasn't straight up. Just wasn't close enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a painful end to that round.
Are we gonna see a Kings Row draw?
I don't know, dude.
Might be a Kings Row draw, dude.
5, 4,
Or it might be a steamroll. Who the fuck knows? I'm Platt.
1.
So am I. So we're both in the same boat here.
the cheeky Maywall, lol.
This will heal you.
Hey, every second counts when you're.
Oh fuck, the rhyme's
Just
caught
hit the
out
point
hard
here.
though. They're,
He's
oh,
gonna
no.
get shot. He's gonna get taken out, pinned, frozen, everything shut down. It's gonna be a pretty early advantage for face down shields up in here. They're holding the point pretty nicely. Super T's gonna take out Brian. That might be the advantage they need. Yeah, this is looking really good for face down shields up.
Alright, so that thing I said about a draw, I'm Platt. Unlucky. Rhyme was
Unlucky
just a little too
indeed.
far forward, unfortunately.
I mean, you still technically can get a draw if they both just like full push now.
Or if they both lose the exact same point, it's possible.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
I've seen it once. It's pretty rare. Probably not gonna happen now.
Both Coalescence is gonna be popped here.
That is
Really just jockeying for position right now, but Axolotl is gonna get taken out by K4. Shatter
but that's
coming in.
a
That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit a lot of them. But Wolf's gonna get frozen. He's not gonna be able to get in there. Taken out by DPS.
That's a pretty good
Strike coming in
dragon.
from Super T. He's gonna be able to split up the team, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to actually take anybody out.
Did you see that Mercy get sniped by the fucking Sigma? Actually just deleted her. Holy shit. That rock was from downtown. Hit her midair. That was awesome.
Big plays coming out of Sugary Panic. Here comes the Bob.
And Bob
Coming out of Dreaded DPS, he's gonna get frozen. Big blizzard. A ton of ults. I don't know what's going on here. Sound barrier coming out for face down shields up. Oh, but here comes the counter blizzard coming out of K4, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. As Scarlet gets taken out by Dreaded DPS. Both Coalescences coming back online. But that's gonna be it.
Round 3.
Het universum zingt voor mij.
Overall, not a bad offensive round.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They got the cap, and they got it mostly pushed through Streets phase.
Initiating match.
Yeah, now let's see if they can draw it. Probably easy. Probably not.
Oh, you know, it's super easy to draw when you don't push it all the way. You just got to get exactly the same.
94.43 meters. Or get I don't know. It's winnable. It's winnable.
More likely than not, we're not going to see a draw here. We're going to see a victory taken by one of these teams. Yeah, let's see if Goofy Goobers can
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
steal this game away, or Face Down Shields Up is going to take the first map of the 3-game set.
They're both still opting for the Mei strats, which I like. I like on this first point of King's Row, it will really bully Live Axolotl, or it'll bully Sugary Panic. I don't think Sugary Panic is much though. Like, he doesn't seem to be making the positional mistakes that Axolotl is. So
No, definitely not. But
yeah.
we got a Ryan Zarya
1.
tank duo coming out from Goofy Goobers
Defend objective A.
with the Reaper and the Mei.
I've sight.
They're going to try and bulldoze their way onto this point with the Mei wall to block.
That was a bad fire strike. That's a lot of ult charge. Oh, that's a big hook, but it doesn't follow through, unfortunately.
Goofy Goober is getting some ticks on. Got the first tick onto the point. Slice Bread going to take out Sugary Panic. We got an advantage coming in, but Scarlet's going to be able to get the res. That does not seem like that is going to matter.
Wow, the Goobers are actually pulling it off. Holy shit! Let's go, dude.
All right, well they got a lot of really quick kills. Now let's see if they can snowball this and try and stagger them continuously so they can get this payload pushed.
Yeah, that was a big stagger on Super T, but he almost has Bob up, so you never know.
Does as expected. Coalescence, one of the fastest charging ultimates in the game, gonna be up for both teams in this fight.
Overtime.
However, Live Axolotl is really close to a shatter.
He is really close to a shatter. If he hits a big one here, that might be able to seal the game.
Yeah, even if he hits like 1 or 2, that could still, yeah. Oh, that's almost a dangerous wall.
Trying to get the charge on across, but Super T's gonna get taken out by Brian on the backside. The flanking Mei
And Wolf goes down too.
gonna create an advantage, but he's gonna be able to get the res on him. But the Death Blossom coming out, a lot of ultimates. Sound barrier coming in. Here comes the shatter.
That's a huge
To be able to
slam,
get
too.
that's all they needed. There's the one. That's the advantage.
They do it. They win these.
You only got 2 on the backside. Now it's just Sugary Panic, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it.
Holy shit, the
Goofy Goobers.
popped. Let's
Wow.
go, dude.
Victory.
That was an upset. Holy shit.
after an 0-3 week. Last week, Goofy Goobers getting their first map win of the season.
Dreaded
Here on
DPS
King's
coming in
Row.
with a big old Reaper Death Blossom. Oh no, he's not. He's just
Possibly
gonna kill everything.
He's just gonna left click, left click, left click. Bang, bang,
Bang bang, you're dead.
bang, bang.
I'm edgelord.
Nothing super crazy, just some good old shotgunning out of the Reaper. Well, there you go. Goofy Goobers coming in, taking that first map away from face down, shields up.
Did not expect that, but honestly, you know, they pulled it together. They started working as a team after that brutal C9 that face down gave. You know, that's what allowed this to happen. That's, you know, just little misplays. Overwatch can punish you so much.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, after that first game, we are heading on over to Volskaya Industries. I'm putting a prediction forward. This is going at least 2 cycles through. They're gonna they're gonna be able to full cap twice, and we're gonna have like a 5-4, 6-5 kind of scenario. I'm predicting some crazy stuff to happen this game.
I don't know. It may just be a fucking Bastion cheese strat that doesn't work out. You never know.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Do you know how hard it is to shoot a Pharah at 300 millisecond ping from a distance?
Probably pretty hard.
I was pressing shift to get up and it wasn't letting me up, so I was just stuck as Bastion. I was going in and out of turret. It was so unlucky.
It's like, guys, I can't shoot. I keep switching.
My tanks dropped and I'm like, I'm trying my best. I'm shifting as hard as I can. I'm dead. Never mind. Bye.
I'm trying to run. So it looks like Brian is getting switched over onto the tank and Axelau is getting switched over to DPS. Curious to see what that's going to bring to the table. Coming into this matchup, I wasn't really expecting like too much out of Goofy Goobers. I mean, they played pretty solid last week, but face down, shields up looked really dominant, so I wasn't really sure how this matchup was going to go. But after that first map, man, that's seriously going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it seems like the more the night's gone on, Goofy Goobers has started pulling it together and actually playing like a team instead of 6 people, which is, you know, that's a scary thing in the Baddy League. The faster you guys can start playing like a team, the faster you start winning, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that week 1 games to me mean nothing. Like, week 3 is where like everyone has their shit together and you see where teams are at their best or worst, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. Let's see what kind of strategies are going to get pulled out. We're going to have the Orisa Hog.
I can't wait to see.
Yeah, Orisa Hog is a pretty good staple defense here. Whereas running dive into Orisa Hog, Junkrat, oh, that's going to be a bad time.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be able to work out super well, but if K4 does stick on this Pharah, he
Yeah,
might be able to build up his ult charge pretty fast.
Pharah will really shit on everything they have. He'll hard punish the Junkrat so he can't spam out. He'll just shred the tanks, and there's like an uncontested Pharah you saw last week with what Berserk did to our team, you know?
Oh,
It's,
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Alright, here we go.
A.
Start of Volskaya.
Doing a little bit of poke right now.
Trying to see if Super T can get that opening pick.
That was
Get
a
this
really
snowball
early
started.
use of Frisbee. I don't
That's
like
gonna
that.
that's going down. They don't have that, so now face down shields is pretty free to dive in onto him without that utility available.
Yeah, Wolf was taking a lot of poke damage playing with the Reaper though, and now
Sugar
Diva
Panic
got
gonna
caught
get
out.
pulled in. Yeah, he's gonna get demeched. Super T's gonna get taken out by Brian.
Oh, but they,
K4 rain and rockets from above, gonna be able to take out Eggman on the Batiste. But it doesn't seem like they'll be able to pressure this much further.
yeah, no, absolutely not. But they're gonna have numbers into this next fight. That's
And like I
good.
said, he was building that all charge really fast. He's got a barrage already available.
And their BAP's not back yet. That's good. That's what you want to be as Farah. That's exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, but he's coming back in really quick. I gotta get this barrage off pretty fast. He's looking for the Batiste to try and take him out before he gets that field down. But on the other side of the fight, Super T gonna take out Snips and Wolf's gonna take out Axolotl. This is a pretty good fight advantage. They might not need the barrage, but he's gonna pop it anyway. Sliced Bread gonna get taken down, but the counter tire coming in. He's gonna be able to take out Wolf, but he's gonna get traded out by K4, and this is gonna be a fight win for Face Down Shields Up, and they're gonna get the first cap in just about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Pretty solid offense.
That was definitely an unnecessary barrage, but I think they're just BMing at that point. Like, they knew they were gonna win. Fuck it. I'm gonna get he's already 30% to his next one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the main reason why I used it, because of how fast he built it up. You may as well just not sit on it too long.
And Dreaded's now on Widow, so yeah.
Defense point. Objective B.
Probably not gonna be on Farah too long.
My power grows stronger.
Let's see what they can do. Sugary Panic gonna get the remech. So now they're gonna be ready to go for this second push. 4.5 minutes to go to try and cap this second point.
That's an odd position for their tanks to be taking. Oh, and Super T gets caught out.
Yeah, he's gonna get taken out by the headshot. Dreaded DPS. One of the best Widows in the league. But he's gonna get... Super T's gonna get rezzed by Scarlet on the backside. Sliced Bread coming in with a big whole hog. Gonna be able to take out 2. K4 gonna get on the back line to take out Dreaded DPS, but that's gonna be moot as Eggman's gonna get the res onto Dreaded DPS. And good first defensive hold coming out of the Goobers.
Made real. Repairing the damage.
Yep, now I'm kind of looking at ult economy. They have Hanzo ult, both support ults for the offense. Defense is looking... Oh!
Ooh! Big arrow coming in out of Super T, gonna be able to take out Dreaded DPS, and here they go. They're gonna be able to take this push.
That was from downtown too.
Yeah, Dreaded DPS is gonna get res, so the fight's back to even. A lot of ultimates are being popped here. Wolf's got Shatter available. He's gonna throw it out, but he's gonna get taken out, and they're not gonna be able to get out much out of that.
That is unlucky. Oh, and the Moira goes down too. I think this fight's lost.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the offense. Sugary Panic gonna get demeched. He's gonna get taken out, as it looks like Face Down Shields Up is gonna have to retreat here.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why they didn't stagger that baby diva. You have some pretty good CC to hold her for a good 30 seconds and draw out the fight.
Alrighty, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go for Face Down Shields Up on the first offensive round here on Volskaya.
My ultimate ability.
Dragon Strike's available for Super T. Let's see what he can do here. He's gonna take out Axolotl. You don't even need the Dragon Strike, but that's immediately the rest get canceled. I don't know what happened there, but the Dragon Strike's gonna come in. Gonna be able to split the team up, but not take anybody out. A4 coming in with an EMP. He's gonna get 3 with that one. Dreaded DPS gonna be able to take out the Mighty Wolf, but here comes a Diva Bomb. That's gonna be able to take out the Bongo and the Orisa on the backside. Death Blossom from Axolotl coming in. He's gonna be able to take out Blue-Zinga.
They're still holding this. This is huge winnable for the defense. That was just so uncoordinated, you know? Like, they have EMP Diva Bomb, and they just somehow don't get that
Yeah,
off.
but Super T's coming back in. He's got another Dragon Strike. He's gonna be able to take out Snips on the backside.
Yeah, they have respawns now. Yeah.
They do, yeah, they got respawns. It does not really gonna matter. Axolotl coming in. He's switching over to the Soldier, but Super T keeping up the pressure with the Hanzo, taking out Dreaded DPS pretty much right as he comes back off spawn. He's pretty uncontested up here on this Hanzo. But he's gonna be able to get chased back, and that's gonna be another defensive hold. I don't know how necessary that Coalescence was coming out of Snips, but
Yeah.
he should be able to build that up pretty fast.
I don't know. That fight was so weird though. Like, they were committing ults when only 2 people were up and people were respawning, but like they've just staggered themselves out with a huge advantage. They're in like 1 fight territory now, 2 if they're fast. Like, I don't know, man.
They got only a minute left. They got the Rhine Shatter available, which as you know, Reinhardt's our Shatter is a big team fight winner. He's going to be able to get 2, maybe 3 with that, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be able to do much, as Goofy Guru is going to be able to clean up, face down, shields up. It looks like he's able to get one more fight.
Before that fight even
hanging out on the backside, she's going to get staggered pretty hard here.
Oh no, they're intentionally staggering her. That's perfect. But before that fight even started, Super T and K4 both ended up getting picked off, and now they're. Sugary Panic built that grab hella fast though. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Those Zarya buffs, man, they're doing it.
Not ready.
Yeah, definitely. But you got a big ult advantage coming out on the side of Goofy Goobers. They're gonna pop everything here to try and hold this last defensive point. The Tac Visor's not going to be able to get pulled out as Super T takes out Axolotl. This might be the advantage that face down shields up needs. We are into overtime here as the last team fight of this round commences. Super T going to be able to take out Dreaded DPS. Has a pretty solid grab coming in. Going to be comboed in with the Death Blossom, but he's going to get booped away. Axolotl trying to come in with a desperate Tac Visor on the backside. He's stalling pretty well. All right, here we go. As the point ticks, let's see, can the respawns come back in time?
This is my will.
Oh! Wow, and
Dread DPS coming in on the far, Slice Bread coming in on the ball. Here comes the stall. Scarlet getting taken out really early with those long spawns. This might be what face down shields up needs.
I think the offense takes it.
Ooh! Super T switching over to the Tracer, and that's going to be the cap.
Got it. Holy shit, that was something, man. That was last-ditch Volskaya push for sure.
Well, I think my super long Volskaya dream is probably not going to happen, unfortunately. Because some of those control games, or some of these assault games, these 2 CP games, they can get really wild. But that is going to be the first offense on the side of face down, shields up. They are going to get sent to overtime.
Yeah, but it's 2 CP. Overtime can mean anything.
So Goofy Goobers overall, yes, they gave up both points, but another pretty valiant defensive effort coming out of them. Let's see if they can put together a better offensive attack. Because at the very least, we're going to get a secondary offensive push if Goofy Goobers can be able to cap both points. But
Dreaded really wants to run this Pharah, and it has not been working out. I don't know. Volskaya is not one of those maps where Pharah is super viable. First point. Second point, eh.
Shut down.
First point,
I think Pharah's not terrible, but you have to play it into the correct comp. I mean, you remember from last time K4 on the offense of the first offense here when he played the Pharah, it performed really well, but mainly because Goobers didn't have anything to counter it. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pharah into a hit scan. There's no real aerial cover here, which is why I don't like her traditionally.
No, definitely. Good GPS coming in play. Yep, there you go. There you go.
Yep.
But he's gonna get instantly res, so we're gonna be back to even here.
But
Brian gonna get hooked in by Wolf, but Sugary Panic gonna get taken out by Slice Bread on the other side.
Yeah, that's nuts actually. Now the Pharah's going in and taking some space.
Ooh, it's a pretty big halt taken in 4. Axolotl's got pretty uncontested on this high ground, and he's gonna do a lot of work up here. As Dreaded DPS clean up the rest.
That was actually really clean.
Really quick offensive first point here for the Goobers.
Yeah, I mean, I think both teams took first point pretty quick, didn't they?
Yeah, face down shields up. They took it with about 2 minutes, in about the first 2 minutes, but the Goobers doing it about a minute faster. As Dread DPS is going to get taken out by Super T again. He probably wants to at least go until he gets the barrage, and then we'll have to see if he wants to switch it up after that. Scarlet gonna get taken out by Axolotl, who's done a ton of work on this soldier since he switched over. As both Coalescence gonna come out from both teams. Here comes a barrage out of Dreaded DPS. Not gonna be able to pick anyone up, but mainly because Sliced Bread with the whole hog also doing a lot of work.
Wow.
This is a pretty good offensive fight coming in out of the Goobers. K4 gonna get hooked in. He's gonna get taken out, and is this gonna be it? No, Bob's gonna be able to contest the point along with Sugary Panic, but Bob's gonna get taken out pretty fast. As they do have the respawns coming in, but they're still gonna have to win this fight.
I don't know. That's a hold. That was a wow. That is so close. 96.1%.
They still got a ton of time here to work with. Over 4.5 minutes to go, and they only need one more tick. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But they played that so well. The Bob went on, and the second Bob got deleted, Orisa was on there. Did exactly, rotated your tanks exactly how you should. That was good play.
Yeah, definitely. But they're not going to have a whole lot of ults to work with here,
And
as they only got the supercharger from Sugar Panic. But not really other ults on the other side.
Soldier just fell off the map. Why are they still up here? Like, the fight's lost already. You're silly. Just reset.
It does indeed look like that's going to be the reset coming in. Goofy Goobers just waiting for the rest of their team to regroup so they can get another offensive push. As the Halt not going to grab anybody. Super T flying up in the air, taking out Dreaded DPS, but he's immediately going to get rezzed as here comes the supercharger out of Sugary Panic. Going to be able to try and stall this fight out before it even starts. Super T going to take out Dreaded DPS again right after he gets rezzed.
That is unfortunate. Oh, but
Wolf's going to get taken out as well as Super T by Axolotl here. There's kind of the advantage they need, but they're going to need to get more frags here if they're going to be able to win this fight, as Face Down Shields Up does have the respawn advantage. Support ult's coming out. Axolotl's going to pop the tack visor, but K4 coming in on the backside. He's going to get shut down by Axolotl. That was really big.
But he gets killed by the Moira ball.
Yep. Dreaded DPS has switched over to the Tracer. Trying to do some work in here as Axolotl is going to be able to get rezzed. This fight's looking pretty even so far, but with the close respawns out of Face Down Shields Up, they're going to be able to get back in time and hold off another push.
Yeah, man, I don't even know how to call these fights. Like, they just get staggered and then everyone goes in, and it's just a clusterfuck.
Definitely is. For looking back at ult economy, Scarlet's got Valk up again, but that's the only ultimate currently available, but they do have a couple ultimates becoming closely available. That's a stick! That's a good stick right there coming out of Dreaded DPS to take out Scarlet, and that's not going to be the Valk available until she respawns here.
Yeah. That may be a big noon, though. No, it's not. Getting zoned out.
Slice Bread gonna get taken out by Sugary Panic, so there's your big Roadhog tank getting taken out pretty early. Axolotl taking out K4, but Super T coming in with the headshots on the McCree, shutting down this fight really fast.
Oh, and
Axolotl getting pulled back in by Sugary Panic, and Super T gonna be able to clean him up. Oh my god, this guy's on a rampage right now.
Yeah, he's doing his best 30 impression. He's in there deep. He doesn't give a fuck. He's got a pocket. He's clicking heads. He's just doing it.
This is my will.
One of the top ranked DPS players in the league, showing why he is such with this McCree. After such a great initial offensive push, we're down to a minute to go for the Goobers to try and get this cap completed.
Oh, huge hook though.
Slice Bread getting hooked in, but he's not going to be able to get taken out as he's got the gas to take care of there, but he's going to be able to take out Sugar Panic. Here comes the damage boosted High Noon. He's not going to be able to get that off as Dreaded DPS takes out Bluzinga. K4 is going to get taken out as well. And
This might be it.
they might be able to get it here.
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
Axel Lau getting shut down as he pops the attack visor, but ooh, good hook coming out of Slice Bread. Sugary Panic, the only one remaining. And as Bluzinga comes back in, and he stalled long enough for the rest. Teammates out. He's not getting taken out fast enough as Wolf coming back, getting pocketed by the Mercy, but the Supercharger coming in. That's going to be a big damage boost that might be able to clean up the rest of this fight. K4 running around on his own health field. Not going to be able to get much done there. The stall has come out as overtime has been popped, so at least we'll have an even fight going into the next one. If Goofy Goobers can take this point, they're getting staggered way too much.
Yeah,
yep,
they
that
had
is it.
to.
Round 2 complete.
We have another overtime scenario. Who takes what?
Score 2
Uh,
to 2. Switching sides.
Like they both were really good on first and really bad on second. Like
The first point got rolled pretty fast. I think, honestly, I think this first point defense is probably where this game is going to be won here.
yeah, if either team can hold, they win easily.
Yeah, definitely. See if they any super cheesy strats come out to try and get that first point capped. So at least they got that buffer in case they do give that up on the defensive side. Doesn't seem like anything super crazy is coming out here.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Some pretty standard stuff. We got Dreaded DPS coming back in on the Pharah, but on the defense this time, so he does have a little bit more cover to work with. Be able to shut down those sight lines for Super T.
I recommend moving behind the barrier.
He's got a couple buildings.
We've been playing this game all night. Dreaded starts Pharah, gets headshot, goes Widow. That's how this fucking shit goes.
4, 3.
He's like,
Attackers incoming.
My ultimate is charged.
We'll see how fast it takes for Dreaded DPS to get dinked by Super T here.
we'll see. I don't know.
He's playing that cover pretty well, but he's got to play pretty low, which puts him in range for the rest of the team. Face down shields up, going to be able to get pushed through that first choke as Sugary Panic's gonna, or the Mighty Wolf's actually going to get demeched. As Dreaded DPS taking out Super T. Finally, the Pharah taking care of the Widow, as this might be what they need to keep this defense solid. Axel Lau is going to be able to take out Sugary Panic. Dreaded DPS now uncontested without the Widow bearing down on him. No problem.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see if they can get back to the point in time. It does not seem like it, as that is a full hold on the first point
Complete.
by the Goobers.
Score 2 to 2. Switching sides.
You know, it'd be pretty depressing if this just ends up being a draw, and it's just like, well,
Initiating match.
all for nothing then, I guess. For now, the Goobers got their own 1 minute time bank available to try and get. I mean, they only got to get 33% here, so it's literally just one team fight, and that's it.
Yeah, maybe two if you go really fast, but yeah, I don't know, dude. I hope it's not a draw. Draws are the worst, in my opinion.
Just it's boring, you know. You do all this work just for nobody to win, and
It's just like I just wasted fucking 45 minutes of my life. I'm gonna go play Minecraft. I'm out, dude. I'm done. Like, I'm gonna go play Apex, the game where I can't draw. Fuck it.
well, the super stall team coming out here with the May and the Batiste. We're not gonna be dying right away with these guys unless, you know, they just get
5, 4,
bullseyed by Dreaded DPS with Nansanso.
1.
I don't know, man. He's pretty good. It could happen.
Definitely could happen. Here we go. 1 minute, 1 tick needed for the Goobers. Let's see what they can do as the Sonic Arrow coming out. Not going to catch anybody as the Mighty Wolf's going to get a big hook on the Dreaded DPS. That's going to stall any kind of fight as the Maywall comes in, trapping Brian inside. Are they going to be able to take him out? Yes, they will.
Shit.
But Axolotl's going to take out the Mighty Wolf on the other end, but he's going to get rezzed by Scarlet. Dreaded DPS coming back in. This fight is still pretty okay, but Axolotl going to get taken out by Sugary Panic, and I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. Yeah, Super T's going to be able to take out Dreaded DPS, and they don't have a lot of time. They kind of...
Oh, dude. Oh, no, dude.
They got to play pretty close so they can be able to contest as this time winds down and they wait for the rest of their team to show up, but it's not looking really good for them. It's a good, solid Maywall. Roadhog a little too fat to try and fit between those cracks.
I think they're getting body... Oh, wow, the Orisa got on just in time.
They're going to be able to pop the overtime, but a ton of ults coming out. That face down shields up have developed, and... well, that's a draw.
All right.
I'm
30,
disappointed.
if you're out there, if you're listening, no more 2CP. This has broken my heart. Fuck!
Play of the game.
Play the game, Super T, with the new Ashe highlight intro.
That's so spooky. I love it.
This is pretty much the last fight. Throwing in Bob here. You do all the work for me. I just want to sit back and not hit anybody. Good job, Bob. Bob, the real MVP of that play the game.
That's a lot of damage. Holy shit, dude. Chill. That's a lot of damage blocked, too. These are big numbers. This is a double OT game.
Yeah, so. Well, that's the draw. So it looks like with that draw, Goofy Goobers, they won't lose the series, at least. At the very least, if they get taken down in this last map, it'll just be a draw in the series at 1-1-1.
Let's hope not. Let's just, no more draws. Let's just ban 2CP, no more draws.
Well, we got Control coming up. A game mode where drawing is literally impossible.
I don't know, dude. If you stay in spawn, you can time out the game.
Well, that would involve just not playing the game in general, which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
that's not what we're here to do today. We're here to play some damn Overwatch. Some really poorly executed Overwatch.
Some slightly below level Overwatch. Let's give ourselves some credit.
Okay, I mean, we are the Baddy League, so we kind of have to live up to our brand somewhat.
We're Silverwatch, okay?
Silverwatch. Well, as we're going into Ilios, Brian gonna swap back over to the DPS and Axolotl back onto the tank, probably to play that Wrecking Ball, I would imagine. All right, here we go. Last map of the night, Ilios.
That's a lot of R's from Brian. He's really ready.
He is super
Now
ready.
arriving at
He just
base.
shotgunned, fuck, what's that new energy drink that's terrible? Bang. Yeah, he just shotgunned a bang. That's what your heart
I'm ready.
Hold on, wait, guys, call EMS. I don't have a pulse. Bye.
So it looks like we're getting the Lighthouse for the first round of Ilios.
In my opinion, this is the best map. It also is the only good Pharah map, but we're not going to talk about it.
Like on round on Ilios.
Yeah. Well is okay, I suppose, but like this is good. You can play this light tower really well.
Yep,
Ready
most
for
definitely.
You did it to us. What am I fucking saying?
I love this Lighthouse. This Lighthouse is my home. So it looks like the Pharah is going to come out. Dreaded DPS sticking to that one. Super T. He's on the McCree. Let's see. Let's see how many times.
4,
How many times that fight goes
1.
one way or the other.
Round 1.
K4 pulling out the Doomfist is really gonna disrupt Sliced Bread and Axolotl. Lol, I don't know his name.
Observe the barrier.
So here we come in as Super
Oh,
T,
wow.
gonna be able to take out Dreaded DPS, like I said, pretty early. That's a
Yeah, that was through a pocket too. That was huge. Up.
Face down, shields up. They're gonna be able to take this first fight pretty easily. As
Is now active.
Eggman's gonna fall off the map. As he had no one to fly to.
I think all Wolf has done all night on Reinhardt is just press shift and pray. Like, he presses shift, takes his hands off the keyboard, and goes hope for the best. Like, he charged, this is the only time it's worked out, but he charged 2 fucking people off the map, and it was actually hilarious.
You know, sometimes that's all you gotta do. Reinhardt, just get that really, really lucky pin, and it's like, all right, my job is done. As Brian's gonna get found out on top of the lighthouse by K4.
He doesn't get killed, though. What the fuck?
They know he's back there, but he's not really getting aggressed onto. As Sugary Panic's gonna get caught in the trap. Super T gonna be able to take out Brian, so there goes the Junkrat threat. Tay also takes out the Mercy. Super T doing Super T things.
Man,
And that's another fight win coming in for face down, shields up.
you know what that fight lacked? Main tanks. The Mighty Wolf charged Axolotl over, and then Axolotl turned and missed the charge, and then they had this weird little swingy fight while Super T killed everything because they didn't have a shield. It's so unlucky, dude.
Well, we're already up to 60%. If they don't do this quick, they might be their only fight they got left.
Yep, and Wolf's coming up on a Shatter, High Noon, beat. The red team's got a lot of ults.
They do have a lot of ults indeed, but Dreaded DPS has a barrage, but that's gonna get shut down by Super T. Lots of ults coming out, but face down, shields up, looking really good so far. As they're gonna be able to push Slice Bread all the way back. And that's gonna be another fight win and possibly the round win. They gotta get someone back to touch really soon, or else this is gonna be it. Axolotl onto the Winston, he's gonna be able to jump in. They are gonna be able to pop the overtime here as Scarlet takes out Brian. Dreaded DPS takes out both tanks. This might be the fight that the Goobers need. Zombie Barrier coming out for face down, shields up. Gonna be able to keep the team protected, but Brian's gonna be able to get the mind kill on to Scarlet. Face down, shields up, trying to hold, but it's not looking really good as it looks like we're gonna get a point flip coming in as the Goobers finally get a hold onto this point.
That was a Hail Mary. Holy fuck, dude. They were able to set up on point, and Brian did work as J-Rat, along with Dreaded, obviously killing the tanks, but like, you do not see fights like that won very often.
Yeah, Dreaded DPS taking out both tanks really early, definitely allowed Brian to get in there with the Junkrat high damage and take out the rest of the team.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of which, he's going to take out Bluzinga really early with only one healer available.
Yeah, dude.
They're going to need to be able to wait for him to come back here.
Junkrat's doing work. He's doing fucking work. Holy shit.
The pharmacy getting taken down. That's going to be, it's going to have to be the fight reset.
I'm not gonna lie. I've killed Pharmacy once as Junkrat, and I instantly climaxed. So I can only imagine how Brian's feeling right now. That was nuts.
Get those direct grenades in midair.
Yeah.
Super fun.
I don't like this Tracer pick out of Super T. Like, I know that new Tracer is good, but this hit scan needs to be back. His FAR is doing too much work.
The barrage, that's a pretty questionable barrage coming out. As Super T is going to be able to take him out, and without the Pharah, without the Pharah, this is going to be kind of tough for them to win. But Brian's been really good so far here. He's going to bring out the Junkrat tire. He's going to be able to take out Sugary Panic. Brian is doing a ton of work, but he does get taken out by K4. But he's got the rest of his team to back him up as what once looked like an easy map or first round win for face down, shields up. Goobers have brought it all the way back. The 99% comeback. Far fight, half-light off the map.
Up. Okay, Wolf got on just in time.
But they're going to be able to. But Brian's going to get taken out really early by Super T. He's going to take out Sliced Bread as well, but not before he got the minefield out. The grab flux coming in. A big grab flux coalescence combo coming in out of the Goobers, and
I think Goobers win this.
Oh no, that was the grab flux coming in out of Regardless, Goober is looking really good as Sugary Panic is the only one left on. There
Wow.
it is, the 99% comeback
What the
out of the
fuck?
Goobers to take the first point.
I know I'm supposed to do analysis on that, but I have no idea what the fuck happened. It was a lot of Qs and random deaths. Wolf got booped off a couple times, but hit a fat shatter and then died again. Like, I don't.
Because Super T came in really early with a couple of kills onto Brian and Axolotl, but Axolotl got his minefield off, which I think definitely helped swing that fight in their favor, despite 2 getting taken out really early. And then Snips coming in with the really good coalescence to heal and do damage, and that was pretty much the fight all right there.
It's Baddy League Overwatch. Anything can happen. Smile.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
All right, here we go. Second point coming in. Both teams with the Pharah.
Brian's now opting for the Doomfist. This is interesting.
I think he's gonna. I want to see if he's gonna try and put a lot of pressure onto Super T to make space for Dreaded to keep doing the Pharah rockets.
Yeah, I don't know. They're both pretty equal in ult charge. Oh no, Dreaded gets fucked. He feels bad.
Yeah, don't leave him alone as he's gonna be able to take out your old team. But Slice Bread's gonna get the hook onto Wolf as K4 takes out his Pharah counterpart. Super T gonna be able to get Axolotl with the headshot, as it's looking pretty good as Face Down Shields Up already owning the point. Super T popping the high noon, pretty much a zoning ult at this point, but he still finds Snips on the other side. Slice Bread going to be caught out in the back lines, and
I will not waste this opportunity.
it's looking like the same song and dance from the first point as Face Down Shields Up getting the early lead here.
Yeah.
Super T, wow.
Dude, his hit scan is nuts. He's just dinking them.
Absolutely insane. Putting his team in the lead. Aaron, can you explain to me what Super T is doing? Because I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
Basically, he waits until Pharah hits jump jet, and then he doesn't miss a shot. Like, I've been watching him. He must have like booped some Adderall or something. He's fucking cracked, dude. He has not missed in a while. Jesus Christ.
He's almost got another high noon.
Yeah.
He's got it available now with the barrage. Both DPS ults available for Face Down Shields Up, as if they use these correctly, they're gonna be able to wipe them out really easily. But Super T taking out Brian really early. He's gonna be pretty uncontested here, as he's got no more dive threat coming in. Wolf gonna be able to take out Slice Bread with the whole hog. Axolotl on the back lines doesn't little tickle with the taser, but nothing's gonna happen. That's a fight win, and they gotta be able to get back. Brian switched over to the Genji, trying to be able to get the touch in time. Here comes the high noon out of Super T to try and stall, zone the point away. Scarlet coming in with the Valkyrie.
Hail Mary. They've got respawns.
DPS popping the barrage, not gonna get anybody with that one, as Brian gets taken out by Blue Zynga. This is not looking good for the Goobers.
Nope. Yeah, no.
This K4 cleans up the rest of the fight.
This has been a dominant hold for sure. I think the only reason they lost last map was A, the Hail Mary fucking retake, and then B, Super T played Tracer the entire time. He just needs to stay on McCree and shut down Dreaded. But now they're on a shit Pharah map, so they're probably both gonna play Widow.
Widow battles galore, as well. I say that, and Super T's looks like he's sticking on McCree for now, as indeed Dreaded has switched over to the Widowmaker.
Ilios is like Rust for fucking Overwatch. This is where the Widowmakers meet up and just duel it out, you know?
Definitely. But Super T not opting into that duel as he's sticking onto the McCree. K4 swapping off the Pharah onto the Doomfist. Here we go, last point. 1-1. This is going to be for all the marbles on this map. Let's see who takes it.
both teams running odd comps, you know?
Merci.
The May coming in for Brian here is to see if he can get a early freeze onto one of the tanks, as Dreaded DPS can be able to take out both the McCree and the Mercy on the other side, as this is an early fight advantage for the Goobers, as they're going to be able to press that advantage, and Dreaded DPS dinking those heads, cleaning up.
Good night, yeah. Now Super T's taking the challenge, but
He's
Dreaded's-
like, okay, Dreaded, I see what you're doing there, and I don't like it. We'll put you in the dirt.
But Dreaded's almost got sights. Like, that's a dangerous place to be. Oh, and Sliced Bread's caught out. Oh, fuck.
He's not going to be able to make it back, as well with no Roadhog available. It's pretty much a free push-in for face down shields up, as Sugar Panic going to be able to get on the point as the sights are popped by Dreaded DPS. Positions revealed. Super T going to get taken out by Brian. Dread DPS now available to do whatever he needs to do, but Super T is going to get rezzed on the backside by Scarlet.
Oh,
The hook kill coming in for the Mighty Wolf, as he's going to pop the whole hog, zoning the rest of the enemy off the point. He's going to be able to take out Sliced Bread, and that's the point flip for face down shields up. Even though Super T was taken out pretty early, they were still able to win that fight off the back of some solid plays from the Mighty Wolf.
yeah. It was that hook that they got on Sliced Bread that really opened it up, and then they got separated from their tank core. It was, yeah.
It's going to be an early Valkyrie coming in from the Goobers. Lots of ults coming in here. This is going to be pretty convoluted fight coming here. Here comes a Junkrat tire from K4. You're going to be able to take out Brian.
Fights are
Fight's
currently
it's pretty even so far, as Dread DPS takes out K4, and Brian's going to be able to get rezzed. So this is a pretty good advantage for the Goobers now.
Yeah, this is the tooth and nail fight. Holy shit.
Dread
Hooks
DPS takes
galore.
out Blue Zynga. The Mighty Wolf going to be able to trade out the other Moira, as Dreaded DPS doing work in the back line with the Widowmaker, as the point flips back into the Goobers' favor. And they
Yeah.
got a few ultimates available to hold this point here.
Dreaded is showing to be the dominant Widow on Helios for sure.
Infrared sights activated for both teams. Everyone knows where everyone is, with no point in hiding now.
Yeah, they're doing work. This is absolutely working out.
The Mighty Wolf popping another whole hog, as he's going to get canceled out by Sliced Bread, and he's going to get taken down.
Oh, that is the downtown charge that picks up the Moira.
Axelot with a big charge, with Super T doing his best on the other side as he takes out Dreaded DPS, but he's going to get rezzed. As it doesn't seem like it's going to matter.
Yeah, I guess the picks had it, you know? He charged the main support, killed her.
Well, face down shields up's got to hurry up here. With only 5% left, can they get the overtime? Wolf can be able to sneak in on the backside. He's going to be able to pop the overtime, but Super T getting taken out by Dreaded DPS. All the ultimates coming in. Goofy Goobers taking the early advantage of the fight. Dreaded DPS gets another headshot on the Blue Zynga. Sliced Bread taking out the Mighty Wolf, as this looks like a really solid fight for the Goobers.
Yeah, absolutely. This is it.
Scarlet trying to get a res. She does get the res on the Mighty Wolf. Super T switching over to the Tracer, getting taken out by Dreaded DPS. Brian taking out Scarlet. Axelot will take it out Wolf. And that's going to be the game. The Goobers taking Ilios. They take the series 2-0-1.
Yeah, I think
Over
Grid's
face down
coming up with a
shields.
pod G right now. Oh no, it's Super T. What'd he do? Obviously pop the fuck off.
Shut down. Someone's going to pop an ult, and he's going to say no, as it's a really low barrage coming in from Dreaded DPS. He gets shut down.
Okay, dude.
Takes
Okay, dude.
Shuts down 2 ults in 1 play of the game.
Holy shit, dude. That is an unfortunate showing. GG's to all though. That was a fucking tooth and nail fight.
That was crazy. Is that the new Pine? Saber T looking, he's looking pretty much like that.
Yeah. Just as a reminder to everyone before we all leave though, clip all the bad plays and send them to me. I didn't get bad plays of the week done this week because nobody sent me shit. If you want people to get roasted on the pregame show, send me shit. I love you.
All right, well, there you have it. That is the last match of the week. Thank you for watching, everyone. This has been Evilite and Heron. We'll see you guys next time.
GG's.